If you have a pre-twinkler at home, you might like to make a box violin for them or an assistant fingerboard for yourself. This is just a regular plastic ruler and I have covered it with washi tape because why not? I also have some cute little cat stickers here, but you can use, again, washi tape, although I would cut it so it's only half the thickness so that the fingering has to be more precise. Or you can use any coloured dot sticker, or you can even just use a Sharpie and put some black dots on here. This isn't a huge craft production that you have to go and buy stuff for. It's just a simple way of making yourself an assistant for kids who are visual learners especially. Having someone model the fingering placement along with them can be very, very helpful. And as a mum who is also a violinist, that was something I just didn't have to worry about, which was, nice. But not everyone's got an adult-sized violin. Not everyone has the time to learn. And this is probably the easiest shortcut I can possibly offer you because it doesn't actually make any sound. You can also make one of these in miniature for your child if you want, but you'll need to make sure that the fingering is closer together as per their violin. So what I am doing here is placing my stickers. Oops, that's not quite right. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And I'll show you in a second how they're spaced. When we learn our A major fingering pattern, which we're going to use for most of book 1, from Twinkle Twinkle Little Star up until Etude, we need to have an understanding, and again I've made that too far apart, that there is a tone space between first and second finger, or rather a big space, and there is a semitone space, or rather no space, between second and third finger. So here are my little cat faces. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have put those dots really close together on purpose because that's how I like my fingers to sit. 1, 2, 3 right beside, and 4. So now, when you spin this around and you put your ruler on your shoulder, oh, great, we've got nice hand position and we've got fingers on their tips. And now you can help your child, because if you're going to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star or Busy Busy Stop Stop, tucka tucka stop stop, tucka tucka stop stop, 1 on, 1 off, quick, put on 1, 2, 3, bang bang bang, play. Third finger goes first, lift, second finger goes next, lift, first finger goes last, lift, no fingers left now. Whatever words you want to sing, I'm just making it up as I go. And this is just a little finger play that your kids might like to do off their violin or on their violin. It doesn't actually matter. It's just about dexterity in the left hand, building the neural connection from the brain to the particular finger so the response is quick. And so we just, make up a little rhyme that will help them. The words to this are bouncy fingers, topsy-turvy, bouncy fingers, round and curvy. Now, while we say that, we're going to set the fingers up, and this is where you might want to help your child. The thumb is just light on the back. Bouncy fingers, topsy-turvy, bouncy fingers, round and curvy. You can see my little finger tunnel that's happening here. Nothing is flat, everything is round. There is none of this going on, because then we get that on the violin or we get that on the violin, and that's all terribly bad. So this is about developing finger strength and articulation. So help your child set their fingers up. Bouncy fingers, topsy-turvy, bouncy fingers, round and curvy. You can grab a pencil, and see if you can put the pencil under their fingers. If anyone's in the way, use your pencil. Spike them up you come, all that kind of stuff. We can tap our fingers and say, number 1 is all alone, just like a king upon his throne, or queen upon her throne. You do you. Number 2 is friends with 3, they play together, as you see. Bouncy fingers, strong and speedy, catch that A string, yes indeedy. Now, 4th finger's not mentioned. That's because 4th finger doesn't get used in Twinkle Variations, but we're going to use it in the very next piece in Lightly Row. So I think it makes sense to place it, and when I say the first part of the rhyme and I place the child's fingers for them, I place finger 4 as well, because I want that finger involved from day one. I don't want this developing a habit of being disconnected or being unnecessary or being weak. And because some children will work on twinkle variations for 6 months or 12 months or 18 months, we don't want to develop these 3 fingers and leave this guy off, and maybe, fingers starts to fall off the violin, and then we have a bad habit that needs to be fixed. Let's just invent it and include it from the start. Bouncy fingers, topsy-turvy, bouncy fingers, round and curvy. Can I check? Here's my pencil, here I come. Yep, very good. Is your thumb nice and loose? I can't pull my own thumb off. There we go. Is your thumb nice and loose? Can you make it tap on the back? Number 1 is all alone, just like a queen upon her throne. Number 2 is friends with 3. They play together, as you see. Bouncy fingers, strong and speedy, catch that A string, yes indeedy. You can wave the ruler around, you can take 1 finger off and now take 2 fingers off. Oh no, now take index, oh. And then you can do it on a violin. And you can do it on the A string, because then we're setting our fingers up for twinkle, which is awesome. Or for busy, busy, stop, stop, or tucka, tucka, boom, boom, or Mississippi hot dog, or whatever words you would like to use. I'm going to turn around so you can see my fingers. And this is where you might aid your child putting their fingers on. Bouncy fingers, topsy-turvy, bouncy fingers, round and curvy. And make sure pinky is curvy as well. Then we can go to some tapping. Number 1 is all alone, just like a queen upon her throne. Add number 2. Number 2 is friends with 3. They play together, as you see. Bouncy fingers, strong and speedy. If you like, if you're feeling clever, you can incorporate a 4th finger. Bouncy fingers, strong and speedy. Catch the A string, yes indeedy. So we're working on the skill of locating the A string. Gee, I don't know. Do you think we could do this on other strings as well? Bingo. Hey, let's see if we can do this on the E string now. Ready? Play. Bouncy fingers, topsy-turvy, bouncy fingers, round and curvy. Tapping. Number 1 is all alone, just like a king upon his throne. Number 2 is friends with 3. They play together, as you see. Bouncy fingers, strong and speedy, catch that E string, yes indeedy. Oh, hang on, we have a D string. Let's bring the elbow through. And that's really important. As you bring the elbow through, the fingers will ready to drop onto the D string. So we never want our little one to be stretching this way. We want to lever this through. I'm trying to show you from all angles because it's really important, so that all the fingers approach the next string, the D string, at the same angle. Okay, they're always perpendicular to the string. Ready on the D string, here we go. Bouncy fingers, topsy-turvy, bouncy fingers, strong and curvy. Number 1 is all alone, just like a queen upon her throne. Number 2 is friends with 3. They play together, as you see. Bouncy fingers, strong and speedy, catch that D string, yes indeedy. And now we've just reinforced that that is the D string. So when we get up to Allegretto and Andantino and Etude, that's not a new idea. Oh, and Long Long Ago, where we just pay a visit with 1st finger. You don't need to know about that yet. It's all in the future. Bring the elbow through. Now we've got our fingers hanging off the back of the violin. See if you can drip them over like tentacles. And the thumb is still nice and loose. And now we can help our little child set their fingers on the G string, still with the elbow supporting, the arm supporting, and the fingers perpendicular. Not this, this is bad. Okay, ready, G. Bouncy fingers, topsy-turvy, bouncy fingers, round and curvy. Number 1 is all alone, just like a queen upon her throne. Number 2 is friends with 3. They played together, as you see. Bouncy fingers, strong and speedy, catch that G string, yes indeedy. Have fun. All the repetition is built in for you. And remember, you can do it with a ruler, some washi tape, and a Sharpie. And don't forget to make sure the fingers are all accurately placed on their dots or on their stripes or wherever they need to be. Good luck.